As she was trying to escape from her school, her dad screamed at her to throw a black boy to a pack of advancing zombies to stall them. Accustomed to doing whatever he told her, she obeyed. Horrified by what she had done, B at last told her father what she truly thought of him, and fled. When she was turned into a zombie soon after, part of her was glad. It meant she wouldn't have to live with her shame and guilt. But B had been injected with a secret vaccine when she was a child. It gave her the ability to fight the zombie gene and regain her senses. Death was not the end for Miss Smith. After a spell of captivity, in an underground complex run by the army, B escaped and wound her way across London. She found temporary shelter with an artist who lived in an old brewery on Brick Lane. Later, she crossed paths with Mr. Dowling, a homicidal clown, and Owlman, a bizarre-looking individual with the largest eyes she had ever seen. B was eventually offered refuge by Dr. Oystein, a century-old zombie who was leading the fight to restore order to the world. He claimed to be a servant of God, given a heavenly mandate to combat the forces of darkness. He had assembled a team of conscious, revitalized zombies and christened them angels. Wary of Dr. Oystein and his religious beliefs, B left his base in County Hall. Returning to the studio of her artist friend Timothy, she discovered him nursing an eerie, genderless baby with hellish eyes. She had dreamt of babies like this when she was alive. It even spoke the same way that the babies in her nightmares had. There was a spike through the baby's head. When B removed it, the baby shrieked and summoned a horde of zombies from the streets. They killed Timothy and took the baby away. Before it departed, it asked B to come with them, but she wanted nothing to do with the monstrous infant. After she'd buried Timothy, B made her way back to County Hall and pledged herself to Dr. Oystein and his cause. She was now willing to grant him the benefit of the doubt, seeing the baby from her dreams as possible evidence that this was a world of mysterious, godly influence. B trained hard with the other angels. She didn't trust them all, especially a thug called Rage, who had betrayed her in the underground complex and spurned their offers of friendship, not wanting to get close to anyone after she had lost so many friends and relatives. One day, while on a scouting mission, she was kidnapped by a living hunter. He delivered her to the Board, a group of powerful tyrants, who made her fight and kill other zombies. B seemed doomed until Dr. Oystein and his angels boarded the ship and set her free. When she saw how they had risked their lives to help her, she put her misgivings aside and committed herself totally to the cause. She had at last found a true home and friends to share it with. 1. Now. I'm in Timothy's gallery, the old Truman Brewery on Brick Lane. It's quiet and cool. Daylight filters through the cracks in the boards covering the windows. The last thing Timothy asked, before he was killed by a mob of zombies, was that I take care of his paintings. He thought he had been given a commission by God, that it was his duty to record the downfall of London, so that future generations could study his pictures of this terrible time and learn from them. Timothy was mad as a hatter, but he was a nice guy. I feel like I owe him, since I was the one who set free the grisly baby who called the zombies down upon him. So I've come here several times since he died, to dump the food he had stocked up, wash the blood stains from the floor, and generally make sure that everything is in order. There are hundreds of paintings stacked against the walls, spread throughout the various rooms. Some are hanging too. I rotate the pictures on display whenever I come, swapping them round, choosing new examples from the many on offer. I think Timothy would have liked that. I'm holding one of the paintings, studying it critically, trying to decide whether or not it deserves a spot on the wall. It's a painting of a zombie tucking into the skull of a dead woman. It must have been dangerous for Timothy, getting that close, but he was always reckless. Anything to get a good angle.